We're gonna go check out Broken Arrow. Thin layback seam to a 2-bolt boulder, 13D if you pre-place gear, 14A if you're placing gear on lead. Stoked to check it out. I would often come check out these sorts of routes alone, just on a day when I don't have a partner, bring the rack, but scramble to the top, rappel in and top rope solo, check things out for a head point. This is me pretending like I'm having a solo session right now. No one out here but me. Me and my robot friend. Awesome. Man, I'm psyched. So this is a hard trad route. It's got bolts, but definitely hard on gear. Something like this almost never gets done truly ground up first try. And as soon as you didn't do it the first try, you might as well have studied the gear and really know exactly what you need and only be bringing that up. So red pointing slash head pointing when it's trad climbing. And all that means is that you're red pointing the moves and the gear. So today I brought an oversized selection of tiny gear, but for the first rappel in, I'm only gonna bring stuff for directionals. It leans a little bit, so I'm only gonna bring like a single rack. Often if I was coming purely alone, I would just bring a 10mm static. This is a 9.3, pretty durable dynamic rope that for this 40-foot pitch is really not gonna be a problem. There's just not gonna be that much bounce. And the slight chance that I feel locked in on the rehearsal goes, I have an option to lead it if I wanted to this evening. I'm going to bring chalk bag to chalk some holes on the way down, leaving my top rope solo kit and my climbing shoes down here. I'm gonna wear my helmet because I'm scrambling, but I think I'll be okay in approach shoes. The guidebook literally says something to the effect of easy scramble to the anchor, and I did it once before, so it should be all right. Got my PAS, gree, some draws for the anchor, some draws for the lead bolts, and directionals. So fresh nuggets of chalk going in to be able to mark out this blank canvas. Not too crazy, but some dots, some ticks, and turning the hole to white, so I actually know where to grab. Looks like it's been washed since anyone's been on it. I didn't want to go up the right side of this flake. This left chimney looks climbable, but looks like real rock climbing. I think there's an adventure scramble around the left side of this block, but sometimes this is what it takes to get the rope up for top rope soloing, doing some mountaineering, scrambling, and making sure you don't get yourself in over your head. Never going beyond what I would comfortably down climb. And if I can't get up from this back side, I would then resort to stick clipping, lead soloing, and aiding, or something like that. PAS is super crucial. From a comfortable position, I can go into this already connected anchor, but now I'm just gonna drop it. And as always, await my next system before I undo my previous. So I am on the gree, I'm not on the little tail. Here I go. So that's definitely a concern. I'm gonna come up and protect that one. See how that looks. So I'm trying to decide where I want my rope protector. I kind of thought it was gonna be that top bump, but this one is actually more of a concern. But it is nice to put it on high, and then you can pull it down as you go. It's harder to push, but that looks about right because the bolt is straight below me, so the rope's gonna be tensioned inward with the directional. Big move to this, and then there. So something here, maybe a cross. That's pretty easy to tell what are holds. Remember there's a thin move right here. This is one of the holds involved. You do, I don't remember what you do. But I think everything that's useful, maybe that's useful actually. So everything that's useful, I'll turn white. And then I'll tick things later after I have a sequence. I'm thinking you come out, go in. There's actually giant feet right here. They're just really high. Go to that little Gaston and then bump. Seems like it. So these are your rest holds. Still kind of small. You're on a big foot. Get this thing. So the granite feet are really tiny. I'm putting some contrast dots on a few feet. And then there's actually quite good locks here and here and there. You're probably going to want to place, so I'll probably end up placing something like that in the pod that doesn't take fingers, but is still a super good 0.2, 0.3. So on a hard trad route like that, fired in low while you're on the good holds, keep the good holds open. So you end up with smaller gear to keep the hand holds free. But I'll just put that one in for directional right now. Reading it as, that one's crucial. Right leaning layback, go up the Gaston, elevator doors, step through, go to the good locks. And then in here, I don't know if you could fit any cams. Might have to do some RPs. There's an OK cam down here. And then probably some stoppers. Yeah, I think some stoppers. Sort that out later. Looks awesome. So obviously I'm going to place more gear than that, but those are my directionals to start checking out the moves. Time to top rope solo. Quick safety check. Both devices are engaged. And this is hard right off the ground. So I'm not literally going to start looking for gear yet, but kind of taking mental notes. Not too hard to pull on. Good locks here. You'd place something high. That's thin. This part, I wasn't sure which way you'd be leaning. I think I wanted those hands backwards. Maybe off the good lock. Turn it. Yeah, that's better. Okay, good place here, down here. Good locks coming up. Cool. Like I was theorizing, getting here. So at first, I'm just trying to get the general flow of the pitch. I'll refine more in a minute if I can at least do all the moves. I felt like I was backwards. I was trying to just not go to the death if I didn't have the right sequence. Let's see, I kind of thought you'd maybe go right hand here. Yeah, like that. So this was useful. And you get a little shake rest, sort of. Yeah, it's pretty good. And what is my plan? Something like I needed my hand higher. Tiny hold. So I'm thinking this knob, foot jam, out, in. You can stand up and move. Ooh, that's thin. There we go. Okay. This hold's no good. Too wide. This little biter. Flip to here. Get a pretty glassy foot. Maybe during this move, that'd be helpful. So the downside today of bringing 9-3 lead line, Taslov doesn't work super great on that skinny of a rope. So I'm using my double pulley setup, which I honestly use most of the time. But in a scenario exactly like this, it could be useful to go down half a move, but I still can sort it out. Kind of move by move. I think I'd do a little foot dance. Left, right, left. And I'm stable. I can do it pretty static. Oh, that's so cool. Wow. Definitely want that one well marked. That's the big move. Once you're on that, you can definitely shuffle, do a variety of things. Cool. You get a rest and recall kind of a hard exit move up here. So I kind of charge straight up that way, but I think you roll out here, it seems. Wow, still a hard move. I don't know if that's how I want to do it from the ground, but onto something here. Maybe I'll thumb press this thing. Yeah, still pretty hard. Maybe that. So I did all the moves on that go. First time checking it out today. And I kind of know the flow of where it's punchy, where it's restful. So now I'm gonna go check out the gear, kind of on the way down. And with the gree, I'm not necessarily gonna pull back on and do moves, but I'm gonna hold some positions as I go. We'll try to refresh what was what. This part was really hard, actually. First rappel, I kind of thought it was over from here. So as much as I extol the virtues of proper top rope soloing, I do the gree shenanigans as well. Okay, maybe I should have brought my Taz Love after all. But there we go, that was a sequence. So I had the 0.2.3 offset right here, and I think that is indeed where I'm gonna want it. Get to the good locks, place this, and then that's super good. Last piece before the bolt. So, like I said, now that I know the sequence a little better, I'm checking things out on rappel before giving another top rope solo lap. Thinking maybe right here, 0.2.3. Still can crimp over it. Or sorry, 0.1.2. Adding some small ticks to the holds I know I used that were crucial. That was important, that was important. So I got in these elevator doors. The good foot there. I think I could probably thumb bridge and place here. Would be the idea. Maybe like this. Yeah, cool. Maybe a quick fire placement there. This part is definitely hard. Love my offset cams. Might not even place RPs on this one. So super good, 0.1.2 right here. Hopefully I can place it. And I like to put dots a few inches from the crack for my gear placements. Some people do V's, they're a little heavy-handed, but it helps to have a little something to know the zone where you're placing gear. So that's left hand there. And there was a little something here. high foot, pop. I'd be comfortable doing that over the one cam. It's quite good. Actually, I get a good undercling lock. I wonder if I could place RP high. I didn't bring the RPs with me. So maybe one more piece in here somewhere. Crucial foot. Probably just bust some moves to here. Yeah, good 0.3 deep. Cool. All right, I'm gonna grab my RPs, then do another top rope lap. Maybe suss out one more piece. But it seems pretty good. All right, second lap, refinement go. I know all the moves, if I can remember them. And I placed pretty much all the cams I want. I left them in the wall, but I'm gonna stop as I go. Take them out, look at the placement, and put them back in. Hopefully without falling. It's kind of a way to remember what goes where. See how it goes. So, kind of a mock lead, a half mock lead. Get the classic Spoc micro traction setup going. Again, I've got my bundle of weight, not all the rope, because that would be heavy and distracting. Got my 8 loop coils. Cool. First piece. I'll probably place it, step back and chill. Second piece will probably be in my mouth when I step off the slab. Finger kind of blocks it. Maybe I'll place it left hand. Yeah, that's better. Cool. Third piece. It's kind of stuck, but I know where it goes. Flip the lock. Fourth piece. Optional RP somewhere. Ooh. Still kind of a maybe. Something. Get the foot up. A piece is good if I get it deep. I definitely make this one less stressful. So yeah, I'll probably place that. Place that one. I think I need to go thumbs down there. Have a little sketch. Oh, shoot. Oh, flayed my finger. Ouch. Dang. Kind of put a hole in it on this crimp. Oh. That was good. Close. See if I've got anything for that crimp again. Holy shit. Oh God. Sad. All right. Bummer. Try to pull on in here. There we go. That's fun. I don't think I have anything for that razor blade anymore today, sadly. I am going to clean up for tonight and take notes on the rack and take notes on the beta and try to get back soon. But that's that. Gonna pull up some rope to make sure I don't drop it. Clip it to something, anything over there. So I only have the gree that I was using for the single line rappelling, but I'm just gonna self-lower. So I feed through the anchor, clip through whatever I need to do. Now through the anchor, undo my tight top rope solo knot. I'm gonna take the tail and do a figure 8 tie-in, like a normal lead knot. And it's nice to do that on the left side of your PAS, of your belay loop. Keeps it tidy, because then you have your brake strand on the gree on the right side. So gree comes out next, belay loop, the strand from the anchor. And I can cinch tight. So I'm now weighting both sides of the rope. Undo this. And like always, weight one system before undoing the previous. So I'm on my gree before I undo the PAS. But now I'm kind of doing a 2-to-1 lower, self-lowering through the anchor. And it's really no different than if someone else was lowering you, except that it's kind of slow. Oh, and you also have a ton of brake weight. That also makes it slow. Undo my coil. So as I get down to my gear, take a sling that I had on me, and I am going to put the cams in order on the sling. 0.2, 0.3, 0.1, 0.2. Tiny RP. Oh yeah, that was the one I got kind of stuck. With tiny cams, tight is good. You kind of want to barely be able to clean them, in my mind, because this cam was keeping me off the ground in its entirety for a couple moves there if I were to be on lead. All right, I'm inspired. I think it could be even colder for skin's sake, but that was rad. So it's pretty intricate, but honestly it was good locks, good locks, good locks. Kind of a hard like single layback move. Bump, bump, that was hard to set up and get a foot high. So I'd maybe write down pretty much what I just said in my notes, just like locks, 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 get your foot up and bump right hand. More good locks, pretty easy refinement. And then I would maybe make note of right hand pinch crystal, left hand out to pinch crimp, drop thumb only crimp, left foot jam low, right foot up on slippery crystal, bump into layback, walk left foot up into the crack, shuffle feet till you're stable, go big. So I'd maybe write that paragraph down. And then maybe for the top, I would write down shuffle out to the widest right crimps, get high right foot, and just pop to the gas down. So maybe like 3 paragraphs of sequence beta, just the crucial pieces, the flowier parts, I'd probably figure out next time pretty quickly. So those key pieces, and then maybe writing down this in my notes app. If you're projecting, redoing moves, and refining gear, you might as well write it down so you don't have to do the work again next time. It just makes sense. So, I'm just a top rope tough guy today, but I think I could do it. And guess what? I live in the Sierra now. Not so far from here. So I'll be back.